up. The president schools the crowd on his Ivy League smarts. But does it send a mixed message? How Sonia Morgan handled it when she invited 1,000 people to her house by accident. Plus, Dr. Phil is helping the ladies work it out at the Hot Topics table when they get back home. Let's light up Hot Topics with Whoopi, Sarah Haynes, Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Megan McCain. Now, let's get things started.
With all the mixed messages, infighting, and conflicting reports from the news coming out of D.C., the new guy felt it was time to hold a press conference and clear things up.
The fact is, I really believe the press creates a different image of Donald Trump than the real person.
So it isn't any of the stuff you said or how you've said it. You're concerned that the press is making you out to be not a good. I didn't get it. What does he mean?
Professor William T. Kelly, a marketing professor at Wharton from 51 to 82, frequently described Trump as, quote, the dumbest student I ever had.
Yeah.
That's a professor.
At the Ivy League school.
Right, at the school.
I was always, I love the phrase, when your actions speak for you, don't interrupt. The people that are living the action don't have to tell you they're doing it.
Exactly.
They just show you they're doing it.
That's what's fascinating. He keeps on saying, I'm really, really smart. I'm really, really smart. But in 2004, Stephen Hawking, who is really one of the smartest people on the planet, was asked what his IQ was, and he said, I have no idea. People who boast about their IQ are losers. And that's the truth, right?
Thank you.
You don't have to talk
him stupid and saying that he is, the dumbest president alive. He got elected, and he clearly did something right. It clearly resonated with some people. But I will say, what's interesting about attacking the press is if you adhere to old political ideology and campaigning and, sort of the old rules of politics, blaming the media means you're losing. It's actually like a really old tactic where you're just like, nothing I'm accomplishing, it's all the media's fault, it's all the media's fault. And we've been talking a lot, Joy, about the importance of humor and comedy. And I actually think a big misstep for him was not performing at the White House Correspondents' Dinner and showing that he can sort of make fun of himself,
he's not
make fun of his presidency.
He can't do it.
Well, he
can't.
Why do you think he can't?
He's humorless. He has no sense of real humor. His idea of a joke is Puerto Rico. Did you see that? That's what he thinks is funny.
Yes, I did.
Puerto Rico.
Yes, I did.
Like a 3-year-old.
Well, I think there are theories, Megan, what you were saying about, like, he won the election. There are theories recognizes there are so many forms of intelligence. He tends to be telling us something about his own insecurity when he defends so much his book smarts.
Exactly.
So everyone misspells words occasionally. I've done it on a tweet. So, but he harps on it when someone points it out. He's saying more about himself than anyone else.
Well, so why is he bragging about being in an elite school when he hates elites?
Yeah,
his whole thing is about
that's what's fascinating.
I went to an Ivy League school.
Well, in 2011, He said of Obama, how does a bad student go to Columbia and then to Harvard? Let him show his records. Well, if you're actually who you say you are, new guy in the office, show your records. Show us how smart you are.
Yes.
He's not going to do it.
Well, and that's the thing.
But the important thing is, the reason why he's so fascinating, though, is he says, I'm so wealthy. I went to an Ivy League school. All these things that if Mitt Romney had maybe tried it, maybe he would have been more successful just owning himself. The one thing I will say is President Obama didn't give a press conference for 10 months. And this off-the-cuff, speaking to the press all the time, he also loves the press, which is why this is confusing to me.
Trump?
Yes, I mean, he can't get enough of White House lawn, I believe. But he's obsessed with the press as well at the same time as attacking them. But if I were advising him right now, I would say try and do an interview with someone other than a political pundit or journalist that you know maybe is a fan of yours or likes you. Try maybe talking to someone.
Here. He needs to be
here.
Yeah, come here.
But I think that, Whoopi, your point was so fascinating. Your point is so fascinating to me because, one, he really attacked President Obama for being an Ivy League educated president. He wanted to see his transcripts, and he often boasted that he graduated first in his class from an Ivy League year after spending 2 years at Fordham University, which is here in New York, a very respectable university. And then apparently, and this is just what's been written, he had an interview with an admissions officer who was friendly with his brother, and that is why he got into this Ivy League school.
But for me,
so why does he attack other Ivy League? But why does he attack
Obama?
Obama?
Thing about all of this for me is I want to know, when did having an education become a negative?
Yes.
Because I grew up and education was everything. Education is what got you where you're going. And so the idea that you, well, I'm talking about everybody. The idea that suddenly now you're an elitist if you went to this college or if you went to this school or if you have a thought that's different from this, that you don't get what's going on. So many people have worked their behinds off to go. That a lot, like it's a bad thing, and I don't know why.
But, you know, but didn't during the campaign, didn't he say, I love the poorly educated?
Yes.
Now a lot of the poorly educated voted for him, and now he's turning
other people for being educated.
It's super simple. He doesn't speak like a politician. He doesn't seem scripted.
What does he
Listen, I feel, you know, I know we have to move on, but I think trying to understand him and his voters is a lot more productive than just simply attacking him for being stupid.
All right, well,
I love how you did that. We'll be right back.
How many takes does it take The View to wish you happy holidays?
We'll go this way a little bit.
What is that?
3, 2.
Or this may take a few.
Okay. What?
Cookies and music, and how much time do we have?
The tree, the balls, everything.
We were almost there. Happy holidays from The View.
Wow,
He looks exactly like me.
No.
Separated at birth much? We should switch name tags and no one would know who was who.
Jamie, you seriously think you look like him?
I'm pretty good with comparing. Wow. I mean, the outfit helps, but pretty great. Look at us.
I do not have time for toothache pain. It's like a heartbeat in your gum. There was no time for me to go to the dentist. I had things that I had to do. I got to that eventually, but Oragel got me through. It works instantly. You would not believe the strength that comes out of this little tube. Thanks, Oragel.
It only takes a second for an everyday item to become dangerous. New Tide Pods Child Guard Pack helps keep your laundry pack safe and your child safer. Align, press, and unzip.
Come to Toys R Us for big gifts like Power Wheels, hover tracks, and more. Toys R Us, today we play.
If your skin had a wash tag, what would it say?
80% glowing. 50% freckle.
No matter your skin type, all skin deserves gentleness. That's why Dove is sulfate-free. The #1 body wash recommended by dermatologists.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the halls, only one creature was stirring, and he was quite small. It was me, in my PJs, rolling quietly in my chair, just remembering all the amazing things that happened this year. We hugged our moms, ran races, and spread love everywhere. Then we saw firsthand that China's love and care. We went swimming, made music, and played dress up too. But all these miracles were only possible because of people like you. Merry Christmas from all of us. You made our dreams come true. You're a part of the Shriners Hospitals for Children family. We love you.
Because of people like you, Shriners Hospitals for Children is able to help kids like me.
Gift ever.
Help make a miracle happen this Christmas by giving at loveshriners.org.
Because of people like you, Shriners Hospitals for Children has helped more than 1.3 million kids over the last 90 years, regardless of their family's ability to pay.
But we can't do it without you. Will you call right now and send your love to the rescue for only 63 cents a day?
When you call today, we will send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a thank you and a reminder of how you are helping a kid like me.
Your gift this Christmas can change a kid's life forever.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gracias. Thank you. Thank you for giving. Please call or go online now. If operators are busy, call again or give right away at loveshriners.org. Your gift can change a child's life forever.
I use the color that protects as it colors.
Excellence Hair Color by L'Oreal with Pro Keratin Complex.
Care in one little box.
Excellence Cream from L'Oreal Paris.
Okay, I'm ready.
Clear Blue Digital Pregnancy Test with Smart Countdown gives unmistakably clear results written in words. Over 99% accurate. Absolute clarity when you need it most.
Don't miss the Disney Parks Christmas Parade with Fifth Harmony, Sierra, Adina Menzel, Leah Michelle, Jason Derulo, and more. Nick Lachey and Julianne Hough host Disney Parks Magical Christmas Celebration, Christmas morning on ABC.
Oh my gosh, this is happening.
January 1st, Ari's in the driver's seat.
I'm so ready to find love.
Sure, it's been a while, but if you ask these girls, he's worth the wait. The Bachelor premieres Monday, January 1st on ABC.
Still ahead, Dr. Phil's hitting the table to give his take on hot topics. And thank you for your service, star Miles Teller.
Sunny.
Thank you, Whoopi. Well, it's National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Every 9 seconds in the U.S., a woman is assaulted or beaten. I'm on the board of Safe Horizon, which is the largest provider of domestic violence services in the country. And we have a new campaign called Put the Nail in It, where men and women are encouraged to make a donation and paint their left ring fingernail a shade of purple, which is the color associated with domestic violence prevention, and share it on social media. We all have our nail painted purple today. Check out our website to see our new PSA and for more information on how you can help.
So, one of the new guy's most outspoken opponents, Senator Lindsey Graham, is putting the past aside, saying he's just trying to get taxes cut. So is he right to put things aside and get down to business?
Well, it's exhausting, I swear to God. It's exhausting. And, you know, now Flake comes out and does that wonderful speech and then quits. So what good is that?
Well, I kind of think this shows why the Flakes and the Corkers have to maybe not stay, because it's almost like you get one or the other. Either you stay and you fight but you'll probably lose, as you were sharing some of the support the Republican Party has for Trump, or you bite the bullet, you stay, and you do what you have to do to get something done.
I don't understand the hypocrisy. I mean, Graham was one of Trump's fiercest critics, right? So he called intensely
called him a jackass.
Critical. And then Trump called Graham a lightweight and an idiot who seems to me not as bright as Rick Perry. Now all of a sudden Graham is like, Trump is actually growing into the job.
Because he wants to get reelected.
What do I believe? Who can I believe?
The first thing I will say is it's always a little awkward to talk about Lindsey Graham because he's a very close friend of my father's. I've known him since I was little. I call him my illegitimate uncle. And he was a very intense anti-Trumper during the campaign. The one thing I will say about his relationship with Trump, which I'm fascinated by it because he still is critical of Trump right now. He'll still come out and criticize some of the decisions he's making. Charlottesville is a good example. He came out saying it was entirely wrong how it was handled. But it gives me comfort to know, because I so trust Lindsey Graham, I'm ideologically very aligned with him, to know that there's someone in President Trump's inner circle that I trust, much like the people he's put in his cabinet. So I would rather have someone attempting to talk to him and attempting to sort of maybe come to some kind of agreement on things in the middle. I'm very surprised at the evolution of their friendship, because they seem to have turned into quite good friends from everything I have heard.
The issue is? None of them speak out unless their term is up.
Yes.
It's the only
so the solution is term limits. If you give the senators only 2 terms, the way you give the president, then they will have to speak the truth because they don't have to run again. That, to me, is a solution to the problem.
That's a great suggestion. I think that's a great suggestion. And as we always do after a great suggestion, we leave. We'll be right back.
Was the time before Christmas, and at the View store,
there were mugs and cool clothes,
must-have merch, and much more. This promo's so fun. It's festive and rhymey.
You want to talk rhymey? What did you buy me? This is it? This is the gift?
I love you.
Yeah, I see you spared no expense. Take it back.
Get in the spirit at the View store online for great holiday gifts and see how good the View looks on you. I just love the holidays.
Getting your wires crossed? You might be sleeping in the wrong bed. Bring some sense back to the season at the Mattress Firm Winter Slumber Sale. Cozy up on the right bed for you at our year-end closeout and get up to 70% off select mattresses, pillows, and more. And enjoy a free box spring with mattress purchase as our gift to you. Hurry into Mattress Firm for the Winter Slumber Sale, now until December 25th.
At Hellmann's, we care about sourcing 100% of our oils responsibly. And we care about incredible taste. Because at Hellmann's, we're on the side of food.
Attention homeowners. Quicken Loans has some very important information regarding the U.S. government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. We've told you about HARP in the past, and we're happy to report that nearly 3.5 million homeowners have already taken advantage of this fantastic money-saving program. But there are so many more of you who could be saving hundreds of dollars every month on your mortgage. Quicken Loans is here to help you save your money. Why Quicken Loans? The home loan experts at Quicken Loans fully understand the HARP guidelines. We'll work with you to understand your specific circumstances and strive to find the financial solution that's best for you. And for 7 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the 4th year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. If you're not familiar with HARP, it's a U.S. government program designed specifically for homeowners who have little or no equity. A great feature of the HARP program is that most HARP refinance loans do not require an appraisal, and there are fewer income verifications. If you've been denied for a HARP loan in the past, new guidelines mean that you now may be eligible. Give us a call and we'll give you a Quicken Loans mortgage review, and we'll do all we can to help you save money on your mortgage. It's simple and easy. Find out if you're eligible to take advantage of today's incredibly low interest rates and start saving money every month on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans today or go to quickenloans.com for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze.
In this home, we make breakfast. Sometimes messes, but always masterpieces together. What matters most is made at home.
Over the years, we've seen a lot of change.
We actually use change.
Luckily, there are some things we can still afford.
Like Consumer Cellular.
Our average customers get everything they need for about $25 a month, and plans start at only $15 a month with no contracts.
Consumer Cellular has a great choice of phones.
Well, sure do.
And we're proud to have received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Now, for a limited time, get a $20 credit on any new line of service. Call, go online, or visit a Target store today.
My digestive system used to make me feel sluggish, but now I take Metamucil every day. It traps and removes the waste that weighs me down, so I feel lighter. Try Metamucil and begin to feel what lighter feels like.
Only one night, only one party brings the whole world together, and it's only on ABC. Celebrate with us and Kelly Clarkson, Sugarland, Shawn Mendes, Imagine Dragons, Nick Jonas, BB Rexa with Florida Georgia Line, and more. The ball will drop, the champagne will pop, and the party won't stop. Join Sierra from Hollywood, Lucy from New Orleans, and Ryan and Jenny from New York City for New Year's Rockin' Eve, live only on ABC.
So last night I was at the 92nd Street Y with Melissa Rivers, reminiscing about her mom, Joan. There's a new book out called Joan Rivers Confidential. And I have to tell you, Joy and I were just saying, I miss her. I miss Joan every second. And I realized how much, because, you know, she would, I know she would be having...
It's hard to believe.
So much to say.
You know, when someone with such personality dies, it's hard to believe they're gone.
Yeah.
Their energy almost stays behind, it feels like, in some ways.
So I told her my favorite joke.
Which is?
Which is, so one day, Joan had her Pekingese with her, and she went, Whoopi. And I went, and she picked the Pekingese up and said, Madonna. Because that was, I guess, the phase when she wasn't shaving her off. She had me on the floor. So, grab the book. It's really, really good. It's really good. So some people's minds will wander during sex when they're other people. Unless it happens like every time. Yeah. And it's always about the same person. There's a problem. I don't even want to, but I have to. Do your minds wander?
You know, it reminds me, talk about a joke. There's a joke, an old joke about a couple are lying in bed, they've been married a long time, and they start to make out a little, and then they just turn around and go to sleep, and then the husband wakes up and says, what's the matter, couldn't you think of anybody? So it's an issue. It's an
46% of women think of other people.
I know
when
who
they're
you
having
think
sex.
of.
Yeah. I think it's safe to think of Idris Elba.
I love that you are so faithful.
Does he
to
do
your hall pass.
house calls?
You know, I mean, come on. Everyone was backstage before Idris came out. We shared a moment.
Yeah, I heard
who he occasionally.
Oh, I know.
Thinks so.
Yeah.
Don't tell him it's me. I can't do it.
But I think that's probably totally normal, because I think if intimacy is such a huge part of, or just sex is a huge part of a long-term relationship, I think it's important to invent it, reinvent it, keep it interesting. You know, do what you have to do,
It's
and I
better than
expect
cheating.
that.
Yeah.
I expect that my partner does. I don't necessarily want to hear the narrative, but
Yeah.
like I assume it's going on. There are times he
What
really
if
lights up when he looks at me.
What if he yells out a name? Sunny, Sunny, if he starts yelling Sunny.
Oh my God.
This was funny though. Sometimes Alexa answers and no one screamed, and all of a sudden she's talking, and you're like, Alexa, what are you doing with your hands?
Because Alexa's having sex in the other room.
You'll hear her and she'll be like, I do not understand what you're saying. I'm like, shut up!
Do you think it's okay to think about someone else?
Yeah, I don't think it's, I mean, I think fantasies are important in sex and relationships in general, especially if you've been together a long time. I know someone who they as a couple, they will pretend to be other people and like pick each other up at bars.
That's cute.
They'll
Oh,
like
really?
dress differently and whatever. And I'm like, I think that's so healthy. I mean, when you're 10 years into a relationship, I think you got to spice it up. I would want my man to fantasize about someone who at least like looked like me. If it was a really skinny girl with like no boobs or butt, I'd be mad. But as long as it's like a curvy woman, then I'm fine. Then you can
say that because there is something called spectrophilia. Do you know this? Talking about no boobs in it. It's about people who are sexually attracted to ghosts.
They have
so
sex with
weird.
The ghost.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You can only have sex with the ghost if the ghost is in someone else. Because, you know, I know this.
You know this better than anyone.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Hot topics. I'll talk to you about hot topics. We're going to put some heat in the house in just a minute. I'll be right out there.
Get your daily dose of girl power.
I dream big, and when you dream big, you have to be fearless in your dreaming.
That's right.
Talking about sisterhood, the importance of women supporting other women, which is something you guys get. Thank you for being such an inspiration to me.
That's right. We're serving up you strong all day long.
Oh, yeah.
We're The View on ABC.
Must be precious cargo.
Just government secrets.
What's next?
You are gonna publish these documents.
We could all go to prison.
Trying to make sense of how you could just lie to us all.
You can't do this.
I'm not asking your permission.
If we don't publish, we will lose. The country will lose.
The Post. What are you so happy about? I always wanted to be part of a small rebellion. Rated PG-13.
Manolo, you're so cold. Come in. What's wrong?
It's dry.
Your scalp might get dry in the winter too. Try Head & Shoulders Dry Scalp Care. It nourishes the scalp and keeps you up to 100% flake-free. Head & Shoulders Dry Scalp Care.
It's time to wrap it up at JCPenney. Hurry in to find great